Oh, crap. There we go. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I just couldn't stand it any freaking longer. Oh, jeez. I just couldn't frickin' stand it. Are you kidding? Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I have been sitting here laughing my buns off. Laughing my butt off. Oh, man. Here, let me show you why. Want me to show you why? I can show you why. Let me share the screen. Right. All right, so let me show you why. All right, I'm gonna go figure out and remember how I did this stuff last time. There we go. And then I'll go over here. Well, you guys are gonna love this.
If you want to know what's going on in Cyprus, depending on which side of Cyprus is, you're either going to punch in Britain or you're going to punch in on the other side, Saudi Arabia, because that's who owns the other side of the island. They invaded and they took half the island. Caught them at the.
Did you catch that?
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon.
Did you catch that? Cyprus is run by Britain and Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia invaded. Well, wouldn't that have been in the news at some point? At some time, at some point, wouldn't that have been in the news someplace? Surely it would have been. I'm pretty sure it would have made the news. But instead, when you go to look up Cyprus, and it's quite simple, and it's real quick to do. You can go over to Wikipedia and look up Cyprus, and it comes right up, and it tells you is Cyprus, officially the Republic of Cyprus, is an island country located in the eastern Mediterranean Sea, north of the Sinai Peninsula, blah, 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 blah. Cyprus is the third largest and most populous island in the Mediterranean. The capital and largest city is Nicosia. The northeast portion of the island is de facto governed by the self-declared Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. There's no mention in here at all about Britain or Saudi Arabia or nothing. Read through it. Hell, I'll post a link to this. You can see for yourself. It just amazes me that this moron continues to get this crap wrong over and over and over and over and over. And I love calling him out on it every fucking chance I get. Every chance I get. Do you hear me? I'll call you out on it every chance I get. So you can babble all you want to and tell your little bullcrap stories. And is he still going off over here? Hang on, I'm going to mute and see.
We're all different. Doesn't make us bad people. See, and so you got to learn this. Just because China is run by
I'm going to share some of his racist crap now.
Well, an emperor, it doesn't make all of the Chinese people bad. It just doesn't. And I know you like to think they are, but they're not. Most Russians are good people for that matter. But you got Putin in charge there, and I guess whatever you don't like about Russia, you're gonna sprout off that all Russians are like that, right? It's just not so. That's not true, guys. It's dumb to think that way. Not all Americans talk like me. I got a Texas accent, right? And I got a bad one from what I hear. To me, it sounds normal. Every day I talk to people with different accents.
He's been going at this crap for about 2 hours now, non-stop.
I don't look at them because they sound different. That's about as bad as looking at somebody just because they're different religion. Maybe a similar, you could all be Christian, but a little bit different. That don't make them bad or me bad. It's just the way we were raised. The environment, we're products of our environment. And we all got to learn to walk with an open mind and a true heart. If you're not doing that, you're going to have a hard time getting along anywhere within your own country, let alone anywhere else in the world or with other people.
Yeah, this coming from the same guy that makes up crap about other people and lies his butt off time after time after time.
In fact, we got predominantly a lot more bad people coming into the country of all nationalities. Some of them are white from Macedonian areas. So you can't look at it and say, oh, we're allowing all them damn Mexicans in here, boy. Shit, what the hell we going to do now? I don't know, man, but I don't think they Southern Baptists.
Yeah, and here he goes. He's going to go out. He's going to go off on one of his little BS rants now.
Oh, it's true. And boy, could you imagine some of them people from some of them countries coming to America looking at the Southern Baptists like that, going, oh, I don't think he is Hindu.
Can you imagine some of those people coming to the country and the first person they see is this guy?
The guy's thinking about them. That's how dumb this is. That people can be from different areas. Actually, most Hindus are more understanding and open-minded than a lot of Americans, no matter what your skin tone is, because people tend to become, again, complacent because they're just from one little area, maybe their whole life. Fortunate for, and that's a bad thing, actually, in a lot of ways, but my dad moved around a lot. So, a lot of times at school, I would be.
Did he move around with or without you?
One of the few kids in a predominantly Mexican school or whatever. And so, I learned early on to be a lot more open-minded. Okay, I've been to mixed schools that were heavily mixed, and I think it's something that needs to be done. We need to mix things more in schools too, so that people can be more open-minded about other people. And it's just for so long.
Yeah, coming from the closed-minded person himself, this is the same guy who for 2.5 years has made up lies about me, made up lies about two or three, four other people constantly, nonstop, and he's trying to preach, oh, let's be nice. Yeah, we're going to be nice. I get along with everybody. No, you don't. No, you don't. Shut up. And the reason I'm cutting in here is so that he can't claim copyright crap.
Don't do it, man. You got to learn to expand out of that circle. Christianity is not the solemn religion of God. It's just my religion because that's how I was brought up, and I do believe in it. But
No, baloney. Good God. Unreal.
when you do that, you open up your brain, and then you'll be surprised at the possibilities. The younger you do this, better off you're gonna be. I promise you that. I guarantee you that. In fact, I guarantee you that. I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're from. Well, I guess I would. I mean, if I was in a certain region in, say, Brazil, and it's run by a certain cartel in that half of the city there, I guess you wouldn't want to turn to your buddy and say, hey, man, how come there aren't more black people living here, man? We need to move some blacks in this neighborhood. Man, they kill your ass. Hell, don't even talk about moving no whites in there. They'll kill you just the same. You dig? Don't be talking about moving no Mexicans or Brits or Chinese people in there either. They'll fucking kill you. So if you're in that situation, I guess it's understandable, right? Until you leave out of there, and then you can allow yourself to be more open-minded, right? Well, at least you hope that would be the case with most people. And I think it is with most people. I think that once people get out of that small circle, at first they're going to be in shock. But I think, well, at least a good-hearted person will come out of that pretty quick, and he'll start saying, wow, this is a pretty marvelous world after all. In a lot of ways it is. So anyways, guys, I just want to say to you, peace out. God bless. And as far as I'm concerned, getting along is what's going on. And we need to like what I'm big race. You dig? Because you move in with Southern Baptist, you better start talking like a Southern Baptist, right? Oh, there you go. I'm sorry I'm picking on you Southern Baptist, though. I know a lot of good people that are Southern Baptist and Baptist and Catholic and Lutheran and whatever other, Church of God and Church of Christ. But, at the end of the day, we're all trying to follow God, I think. Just don't live in a bubble. Okay? All right. Peace out. God bless. And I will catch y'all on the next go around. And who knows what I'm going to do a video about next. Might not be about living in the world in a bubble, and it might not be about, hopefully it won't be something about the Gaza war, but I was just so amazed by a couple of those videos that I saw. Yes.
Oh, shut the fuck up already.
I did not know that Hamas was armed that well, and that this is an all-out war going on over there. It's not just that we're going to sweep through Israel and slaughter all of them Hamas.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Where have you been? You've been under that little rock down there in Podunk, Texas?
And it's clearly not. They still got quite a ways to go, but it is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a war. And we're over there. We are fighting a war right now. We're involved in the Gaza war, same as the Brits.
Is this going to be number 3 time you're going to sign
in
off?
Yemen?
After you
that is literally a war Might be a small end war. And technically, we're not at war with Yemen or Gaza,
It's
the
Yemen.
Houthis, or
It's Yemen.
but we're over there bombing the hell out of them just the same. Explain that to me. How are we not in war, but we're over there in a war? We're in a war, but we're not. Okay. Bullshit. Same thing over there in Iran. We're literally at war with Iran. The only difference is we're not landing troops over there to get killed, and we're not invading with tanks. No, we're just sending a bunch of planes over there and taking out a whole base or an airport.
Oh, for God's sakes. This stuff is hilarious, to say the least, isn't it? It can go on and on and on about virtually nothing.
A traditional war may be totally one-sided, but it is a war, guys. So pray that these wars end, they come to a stop. And let's pray that the crime in America goes down.
Yeah, let's pray, because you're such a good Christian. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Good. And we just need to pray for peace around the world, I think. We need a lot of people to help urge other people to pray for peace too. Don't you think so? The world would be a better place if we didn't have all this going on right now.
Yeah, the world would be a better place if
I
you
know
didn't
it
have
would.
internet.
And man, people need to learn to get along all over again. People have forgotten that somehow. And as tough as times are, it's understandable in a lot of cases. People need to get ahead in life one way or the other. Maybe you need a cheaper house payment, or maybe you wish you had a lower car payment, or maybe you owe a lot of money because, I don't know, you got drunk and tore up something that was worth $100,000, and well, you're paying on that while you're having to pay all your bills. I mean, God,
All right, yada 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 yada. I'm done. I'm done. That's done. That's enough sharing with idiot man. Oh my God. On and on and on and on and on. I'm just amazed that that man can go on and on about virtually freaking nothing, especially when you're when he's just making crap up as he goes along. That's exactly what he's doing. He's making crap up as he goes along every time, and I can prove it. I can prove it every freaking time. He makes it so easy. He makes it so easy. The whole Cypress thing, instantaneous. Boom. Took me all of 30 seconds, and boom. Hey, here you go. Take a look at this. You moron. And he's still over there running off, even though he signed up. I'm gonna have a go, guys. And he's still running off at the mouth. Now, man, I tell you, some of the funniest shit. He just goes on and turns what could have been just a quick stream into 2 hours of blah blah blah. Well, I think I'm gonna do and I'll talk about this for an hour and drive people insane with my rambling nonsense. Hang on, I'll be right Yeah, it looks like I still got no viewers, but I don't care. And I see that he's over. Yeah, he's going off on another tangent, naturally, because somebody in the chat on one of the channels. Oh, I tell you, I love the I love the comment on which stream was that on where they said that. I'm looking at it. I think it's on this one. Yeah, somebody commented. It said, and I love this one. You look like Santa never gained his magic, so he started abusing drugs. Oh, ouch. Whose granddaddy is this? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, now he's begging for money. Hey, you should know. You're the expert on spreading the hate. That's for damn sure.
One guy is black and he does this Malcolm X thing, where the whites are the problem. The whites are the problem. Mexicans too, man, because you're white too, as far as they're concerned. Or people of tan or skin tone. So and they just blame everything on light skinned people basically, but ultimately white people. And he does a lot of that, and he's not as bad as some of them, but he does a lot of that. He hones it back a little bit.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Stop lying about somebody. Well, stop lying about it. I know who it is, and he doesn't do that.
I spreading out reparations.
No, here he goes off again. He's going to claim that his descendants came over on some slave ship from Ireland, of all places.
The black views, and for so he can get his niche in there, if you will, and he gets the black donation. But he really doesn't believe in a lot of the things that he's saying. Well, any of it, really, for the most part. But he's built himself a show over there doing.
Look who's talking about making up crap and just talking. Look at that. That's amusing. That's funny as hell.
Acting like he's a pro Massa Musa guy that he's his family is from one of the regions there, and they're directly from one of the governors there in particular, or at least part of their family. That was the governor for Massa Musa back when they were taking slaves. So his family at some point was involved in taking black people slaves to be sold and put on these ships and sent to other countries to be slaves. And he doesn't deny it though. He didn't deny it when I confronted him about it because I knew his family tree better than he did. He was very.
Yeah, because you know everything about everybody and everything about everything else. Yeah, right.
I had a full week to do research on the guy. I just happened to get lucky and go up the right branch there, and I was able to pretty well defeat him on his own turf. You can't defeat them all, but I'm going to put up a good fight. But when it comes to certain topics, I'm going to win. When it comes
too many
to
parts.
some things I might not be knowledgeable about, well, you're going in unarmed. You're not going to win those battles every time. Where I do win is when I talk about spreading the love and not the hate. See, that is hard
There he goes.
to beat. It's hard to beat. I think it's the ultimate weapon
Hypocrite.
when you're confronted in any debate.
What a freaking hypocrite.
Anything politics or what's going on in the world events, you might call them world affairs. Used to teach world affairs actually when I was in school. Only it was ahead of me in class, and they discontinued that class 1 year ahead of me in school where I was going to school. And but you know what they did? It garnered my imagination, and I used to spend time looking up how many people lived in every single country. And then I would sit back and in my mind, I would wrap them off. I'd wrap off like 7 countries, and then I would look. I got them all right. Okay, the next 7.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah. Let's talk about what I used to do and what I did way back in high school and that you never did.
Probably within 300,000, depending on the country. Most of the time, within 30,000, I could get the number accurate. If not most of the countries, I had it dead on target. Like saying I'd probably get it within 5 or 10. I was just stupid like that as a kid.
Yeah, don't break yourself. Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. Don't break that arm.
Got me into watching these watchdog groups, for example. I do that now.
Now here we go. Watchdog groups. Okay. Yeah, he watches the watchdog groups.
Even if you follow one that is from another country, not all countries, but even some of them. But really, you got to follow the watchdog groups. To learn about what's going on in other countries. Otherwise, you don't really know. See, just like with the Gaza war, everybody thinks, well, the Hamas attacked Israel and they're attacking them back, and they have a right to do that. Well, yeah, that is true, and they did it in a bad way, and they're getting what they asked for, really. But ultimately, they're not to blame. They are not to blame. The United Nations is to blame. And
now he's already gone over this. The United Nations crap. He's going in circles.
Caused them to attack Israel. He did the same thing with the Russian-Ukraine war by putting sanctions on Russia that were unnecessary, without merit, and for no reason whatsoever. It was just so ridiculous. Putin said, "Oh, screw you! You don't run Russia. I run Russia." So he went over there and attacked Ukraine just to say, "Hey, I could keep that war going. How long do you want to keep it going? Next 100 years? I don't got a problem with that." See, that's why that war's going on. It was started by Joe Biden. The Gaza war was started by Joe Biden, at least in part.
Well, I thought
the rest of it by the United Nations that followed suit, and the United Nations in particular.
Okay.
Now, if they're willing to work with him to start wars, who do you think's working with the UN so that they do spend $1 billion to bring?
Can we get the lies straight? Is that possible? Think we can get your BS straightened out? Because you're starting to run in circles now, and you're tripping yourself up in your own lies.
For planet Earth, it's not good in any kind of way, and the reason why is because we need inspiration to create things. We need inspiration to become better workers. Mainly invention is where we're losing.
All right, that's enough of that crap. I'm done with him yakking and yakking and yakking. I do have another clip I'll play. And this came from earlier in that same stream, which is freaking hilarious because he's actually talking about bathroom etiquette and what you're supposed to do when you're working at a restaurant and need to wash your hands and stuff. And he actually comes across and admits that he worked at Burger King. Check it out.
You know, it's one thing about like big companies, they like to train their people for the most part. Sometimes you get bad employees and they're like bad managers and they don't make sure of nothing. You know, they'd rather sit over there on the side and secretly drink some sauce. Hey man, yeah, restaurant's running good, baby. Hell yeah. Let's go out back, smoke another one, baby. You know, you get some dumbasses that, you know, like to get high and drunk on the job, or they're just lazy as hell and they don't make sure their employees are doing things right. Again, at Burger King, we had a hell of a good manager, but sometimes he would walk up to us and say, I want to watch you wash your hands. You say, what? You're going to watch me wash my hands? Yeah. Okay. So I go wash my hands. I scrub them down real good and I rinse them down real good. And I grab that paper towel like I'm supposed to, throw it in the trash when I'm done. And I said, was that good enough? Yeah. Okay. See, I learned from watching, like when I had to go to that class, you know, you always see the smart ones scrub down really good. It's hard and fast. That way you can hurry up and get done with it. And you're done. Whoever's watching you, they're watching you do it hard and fast and clean, you know, each finger. Got to clean each finger and maybe get under his fingernails just to make it look pro quo. But you're doing that because you're supposed to do it that way. And when your manager sees you do it that way, they know you know how to clean your hands. So don't let them catch you not washing your hands right. And you can tell good employees from the bad whenever you see a compliment from a customer, say McDonald's or something, they see the guy over there washing his hands. I seen an employee here a while back walk out of the bathroom and then walk right over and grab the spatula. And the employee, I mean, the customers were looking. And one of them said, didn't he? And about then the manager said, hold up. No. You need to go wash your hands. And he said, what for? He said, because you just came out of the bathroom, didn't you? And he goes, well, yeah, I had to clean the bathroom like you told me. And he said, okay, now you need to go wash your hands. And he said, but I washed the heck out of them in the bathroom. The manager knows that he might not have had a paper towel when he opened the door. You don't know. The customers don't know. Your store policy is when you come out of the bathroom, whether you wash your hands in the bathroom or not, you still got to wash them so the customers can watch you wash your hands. I don't know. A lot of people don't know that.
I've worked in a whole lot of restaurants and I've never known any of them to have any sort of quote unquote policy that said you had to come out and wash your hands so the customers can see it. What about the places that have a separate restroom for the employees back in the back of the house? Well, how about those places? Because there's a lot of those places that have a separate restroom for the employees and a separate restroom for the customers. There's a lot of those places. But notice he doesn't bring anything about that up. And anyway, so the talking head is still going off over there, even though he's already, he said like 2 or 3 times he was going to sign off, and he continues to rattle off. And I'm not going to do that. I've been on for long enough doing this crap. So, hey, we'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.